Alright, now we're ready for question 15, in which case we are asked to deduce, either based on our knowledge of the language or on the pictures, the illustrations, what different content, themes, or topics are the main focus of this book. And we've given you lots of different choices here. Probably a lot of books touch on many of these, but what we want to focus on is really what is part of the main content. So if we go back to our example with the wind and the sun, as we saw earlier, we would probably say that the main focus of this book is on this. It's teaching a moral. Gentleness works better than force. So that is one of our options here, morals and values. And I don't think any of the others are really that, yes, there's a sun and wind, but it's not the main focus of the book. It's not really on environment or even science. It's really, the main focus of that book is to teach a moral. Now if you read the language, this will be a lot easier, especially if it's a short book and you glance through it and you can immediately capture the basic theme of the story. If you don't read the language, then you're going to have to look at pictures and see if there's anything you can deduce from them. And again, as a last resort, we always have unknown, unable to evaluate if you just can't figure out anything from the story at all. Let me give you a second example. If we go back to this informational book that we saw earlier, Our Food, Our Bodies. This is also a nice easy one, because it's basically a book about nutrition and what are the different nutritional benefits that we get from different kinds of foods and how they help our bodies. So for that, I would put food and nutrition. It would be very helpful to familiarize yourselves very carefully with these different options so that you're not spending a whole lot of time going through them. And you can very quickly focus in on what is the main topic of that book. And there may be more than one, especially if you have, for example, a textbook where they have different chapters, have different stories about lots and lots of different, with lots of different themes. Sometimes they're arranged, the chapters themselves are arranged by themes. So in here you're going to see all kinds of different stories and different topics that may be covered. So it is certainly fine to cover more than one. I think we saw some with animals in there, some with education and school environment, some with the home life. So if it's the main theme of a chapter, then that's fine. You can click more than one. We don't want to end up clicking all of them because we do want to try to focus on what are really the main themes or the big themes, if we can focus. But we also do want to capture if something is prominent in that book, to go ahead and click that. For religion is an option here, and this is basically if the book is particularly religious material, perhaps a book of Bible stories or religious instruction of some sort aimed at children. Not necessarily just if a character is dressed in clothing that is identifiably of one religion or the other, then we wouldn't just for that reason alone click religion, but only if it's a focus of the content of the book, which you may find because we are including religious materials. If it's Christian and you know the difference, it's definitely either a Catholic book or it's a Protestant book, then please choose one or the other. If all you can tell is it's Christian and it's not really necessarily obvious, Catholic or Protestant or evangelical or what, you can just choose unspecified or unknown tradition. And then we have some of the other big religions represented. If it's another one that's not listed, you can always click other and tell us which one. Or you can tell it's religious but you don't know which religion, then you always have unknown also as an option.